Got a personal injury case? Here are 10 ways you can increase your compensation. Maximizing your potential compensation is the first goal you should set once you decide to file a personal injury claim. Make sure you do specific things after your injury and understand which aspects of your injury case are under your control so you can make the most of your claim. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous. And if you are doing as marvelous as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or a vodka and let's roll. Today I want to talk to you about how to increase your compensation when you have a personal injury case. Now, before we even get into the nitty-gritty, let me first explain to you what personal injury attorneys do. So a personal injury lawyer can help you determine what needs to be done to help maximize your compensation. So at each stage, he or she can build your case and communicate with the other side to pursue a fair settlement, right? So this type of lawyer practices primarily in the area of personal injury cases with an emphasis on auto accidents, pedestrians accident, dog bites, slip and fall, wrongful death, and bad faith insurance claims. So the lawyer will use his or her legal expertise and experience, to kind of help you get the maximum settlement. All right. So if your case goes to trial, in other words, you're not able to find a fair settlement with the other side, if the case goes to trial, your lawyer will be there to help you present yourself and your case in the best way, right? So the legal process, as everybody knows, takes patience. But your lawyer can help you navigate, your state's complex legal system and pursue a course of action that results in the maximum optimal compensation possible for your case. Now, let's talk about the 10 tips for maximizing compensation in your personal injury case. Number 1, please stay off social media. All right. Now, you have to understand, because everything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law. So the last thing you want to do is start putting, data out there on social media, and sort of endangering your own case. You might not realize it, but if you're claiming devastating injuries, but your Facebook page tells a different story, this could ruin your case, right? Because remember that the adverse party is watching, right? They have a lawyer, and your best bet is to keep quiet and let your attorney do the talking. All right. It's also a good rule of thumb not to talk about any aspects of your injury case with anyone or anywhere until a settlement is reached. The second thing here is that don't be too excited about offers, because typically the human mind is a little tricky here. When you're hurt, it's easy to want to check in your hands as soon as possible, right? But sometimes accepting the first offer you receive will prevent you from maximizing your compensation. So if you want to get the best recovery in your case, just let the other side believe that you're willing to go the distance. It's a game of it's a game of patience, of persistence. You want to see how far they can go, how high their check will be, right? So this means you can reject the first, second, or even third offer, right? So work with an attorney for an expert opinion about whether to accept or decline a settlement offer. The third way to maximize compensation in your personal injury case is to build a strong case, right? So you want to build your case methodically so you can increase your damages, not increase, but you can increase the settlement even if your case never goes to trial, right? I'm talking about when it comes to case preparation, you have things like discovery demands to the other side, or have your attorney conduct depositions or request records, right? You may also need to be seen by various medical professionals, and your lawyer might work with other expert witnesses to build the strength of your case. And that's the bottom line. You want to have a strong case so that either you go to trial or you go through mediation. The other party, the responsible party, can offer a fair settlement to you. All right. Now, and this is a strategic game if you think about it. It's a cat and mouse game. If the other side somehow Since that you're not doing the work to build your case, they'll be more likely to lowball your settlement offer. If they know you're ready to go to trial and win, they'll be more inclined to pay you an adequate amount. So that's why you have to prepare. Okay, I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We're still having a conversation about how to increase your compensation in a personal injury case. If you like the content so far, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. I will appreciate that. Like this content, share, and comment. Now, tip number four, safeguard evidence. So remember that to decide your case, the jury will look at the evidence. Right, even if the other party is going to decide whether to offer you a fair settlement based on the strength of your case, and the strength of your case, the cornerstone of that is the evidence. All right, so if you can preserve evidence, the greater the chance of winning your case is going to be. So what do I mean by evidence? Everything from, it could be photos of the accident scene, footage of the scene, your immediate injuries if you're able to, right? Try to collect names and contact information for witnesses. If there is a police report, you want to get a copy as soon as possible, right? If you can't do it yourself, just give the info to your lawyer, and he or she will follow up on this info to collect detailed witness statements and prepare the case. Now, number 5, don't forget to factor in future damages, because a personal injury can bring losses both immediately, but most importantly, in the long run. You might not fully recover from your injuries before your case goes to trial, right? So it's really essential here that you consider your future recovery when negotiating a settlement amounts rather. All right, so you can include future damages as part of your claim. Now, in some cases, future damages might even comprise the majority of your losses. It really depends on your situation. So you need to work with medical professionals to record and document these losses and include them in your claim. Number 6, get medical treatment. So if you want to win your personal injury case and you want to get a fair payment for your injuries and other losses, you need to get medical treatment. You need to have an accurate picture of your damages, right? So you'll need a doctor to certify that you have this disease, or you need to go through this. You need to undergo certain procedures. You need to have other healthcare professionals to document your injuries and formulate a treatment plan. So if you're able to document this, the other side can see that, okay, they have to come to the table and offer a high settlement. You got to give them a reason to bump up the offer, their offer to you. So you should get medical treatment, even if you're unsure about the extent of your injuries, right? Because let's say, for instance, your doctor recommends a treatment plan. You should thoroughly follow it, right? And a treatment plan might include seeking any necessary physical therapy and treatment for things like flashbacks and post-traumatic stress. PTS is very important in accidents, especially in violent accidents that maybe might have some kind of a death, a fatality. So it's important. Number 7, to increase your compensation, make a good impression, right? People will pay for what they see. They'll pay for a valuable thing or a valuable person. If the other side, want to make a statement, they will make a statement and a settlement offer based on what they think a jury might do at trial. So you want, juries make their decision based on what they see and hear at trial, right? So it's important to put your best foot forward, right? What I'm trying to say here is that even if you are in a contentious negotiation, try to be polite, respectful at all times, and look your best when you are due in court. All these little things, they might seem little, but those little things can help you convince the other side that a jury is going to be sympathetic to what happened in your case. So this small effort can nudge the other side to offer you a fair settlement. All right, I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We're still continuing our conversation, and this is the last part. I want to talk to you about the 10 ways you can increase your compensation. So I've given you 7 ways so far. Now let's go to tactic number 8. Value your claim completely. Right? So don't assume that you're limited to any type of to one type of damages. Right? There's several types of damages you may suffer because of your injury. So and the thing is, you may not even be aware of all the kinds of injuries and losses that you have. So you can claim compensation for loss of regular use of body functions and even emotional damages, right? And these are in addition to recovering your out-of-pocket losses. So you want to make sure you have a lawyer who can help you evaluate these categories of damages individually. Number 9, you want to explain quietly and politely, if you will, why the offer is insufficient, right? A lot of people don't realize it, but part of getting maximum compensation means convincing the other side that you have a strong case. So when you get a too low settlement offer, you can respond by explaining to the other side why it is unacceptable with documentation that reinforces your assertions. All right. So the settlement rejection can show them that you are committed to getting the compensation you deserve. And if that, and then you have a strong case under state law. So make sure you get a competent lawyer to help you handle all of the considerations related to rejecting a settlement offer and providing documentation on why it's considered inadequate. It's not just, it's not just enough for you to say, I don't like this offer. You have to somehow justify why you think it's not good. The last thing you want to do to increase your compensation is to file your case promptly. Don't wait. Don't delay. After an injury occurs, you have time limits to bring your case. It's important to bring your case as soon as possible because you don't want to risk time running out, right? Because after the statute of limitations expires, you may not be able to recover at all. Also, filing your case lets you begin to gather evidence formally, which is very important. Things like discovery, those are part of the normal evidence gathering process. So this can be a critical aspect of being able to preserve the evidence necessary to build your case, right? And by doing that, you're sending a signal to the other side that you're serious about getting a fair recovery and moving the case through the courts as quickly as possible. All right, folks. So this is really about it. Let's just recap today's conversation. So I first explained to you what personal injury attorneys do, and then I gave you the 10 ways you can increase your compensations. Here they are. Stay off social media. Don't be too excited about offers. Build a strong case. Safeguard evidence. Don't forget future damages. Get medical treatment. Make a good impression. Value your claim completely. Explain why the offer is insufficient. And file your case promptly. Thank you so much for listening to me, and stay safe. And until next time, remember to stay marvelous.